Very cool to see. The shrine is beautiful. It's like overlooking the water. Like the trees here on this island are beautiful. I absolutely love it here. Good morning! It is day 10 here on EF Ultimate Breaks Highlights of Japan Tour, and I am here on a bullet train. Okay, this is our second bullet train of the trip. I'm so glad we got to do two of these because if you watched my last video where we went on our first bullet train to Kyoto, you know that I love these. They're so cool. But whatever. We won't talk about that now. So this morning we left Kyoto bright and early on the 8:01 train, and now we are on here for about 2 hours on our way to Hiroshima. Today we're going to do a tour around like the Peace Park, the Peace Museum. Not quite sure what it is, but we'll find out. So we're going to learn about like the history of Hiroshima and stuff. So it should be like kind of a somber day, but I do enjoy history, so I am looking forward to it in the least offensive way. And then we are heading to Miyajima Island. That's the buzz when there's a stop coming up. When it stops, you have about 1 minute to get on and off the train. It's crazy. But so we're on here for about 50 more minutes. We get off in Hiroshima. We're hopping on a bus. We're gonna go do our little tours for the day. Okay, so after the like history part of the day, we are taking, I believe, a boat to Miyajima, and then we have an included group dinner, which is the omaniyaki, which are like the fried pancakes. So should be a full day because I think we do all of that before we even check into our hotel. And we did have to drop off our big suitcases again this morning, so we are down to just backpacks for our one night in Hiroshima, which will be fun. I'm excited. I'm gonna go sit back down because we are making a stop and I want these people to be able to get off the train, but I will check in a little bit. Good afternoon. I'm checking in here from Miyajima Island. We made it to Hiroshima this morning. We went to the Peace Museum. When we first got there, we had a talk. We had two speakers. One was a daughter of a survivor from the bombings in Hiroshima, and she's 70 years old now. And then we had another speaker who was a utero survivor, which means that he was in his mother's womb when the bombings happened, and he's already, I believe he's 80. I should have done that math. It's easy math, but very cool to meet some of the people who experience it and know that they're willing to share their story and their family story. It was definitely a sombering experience, but I appreciate those people for like giving tours and speaking up every day and teaching us about the history here. And then we split into two groups with the two speakers and just got a guided tour of the area. So we got to go see the dome. They told us about some of like the rebuilding period there in Hiroshima, like the hospital. We got to see the cemetery, and then we had about an hour to wander around the museum. The museum was super crowded. It was awful. I mean, I basically got in and I ran right out because there were just so many school groups and stuff today. It was crazy. So I wish we had like a better experience there, but like the speakers and the little tour was perfect. Again, a really sombering experience, but it's so important to learn about those things and ensure that history hopefully doesn't repeat itself. So I'm glad that EF includes that as a stop on the trip. And then we headed back on the bus. We had another 20 to 30 minutes on our way to the Miyajima ferry port. It was a very quick ride over here onto the island, and it is absolutely beautiful here. So when we first got here, we went to the Itsukushima Shrine, which has this beautiful, like one of the biggest torii gates in Japan in the water. It's 16 meters tall, and the two poles on each side are 10 meters tall. So it's in the water and it looks pretty big from here, so I can only imagine how big it looks when you're like up close to it. Very cool to see. The shrine is beautiful. It's like overlooking the water. Like the trees here on this island are beautiful. I absolutely love it here. And then me and some of the girls got some lunch. I had some vegetable tempura, really good, with the side of rice. Super simple. Then got some ice cream affogato. And now we're here just wandering because we have still another hour of free time before we have to get back on the ferry and head to Hiroshima to dinner and then our hotel. So long day, but very fun day. It's beautiful here. I will check in one more time tonight after dinner. Until then, I'm going to keep enjoying this amazing island. Alrighty, we have made it to the hotel after a very very long day. We are staying at the Smile Hotel here in Hiroshima. So when we got off the ferry from the island, we just hopped on the bus. It was like 30 minutes back here into the city. Dropped off our stuff. We had like 30 minutes to lay down and rest before we went to our included dinner tonight, which was okonomiyaki. This was the Hiroshima version. There's like two versions that they have here. This one was the Hiroshima style okonomiyaki. There's also an Osaka one, which is, we thought that it was going to be more like the Osaka one because when you Google it, the Google images look more like the Osaka style, but it was still good. It was basically just like a tortilla, cabbage, noodles, a bunch of other greens, teriyaki sauce, an egg. It was like a whole thing, but it was pretty good. Like, it definitely wasn't my favorite or anything, but I liked it a lot more than I thought I was gonna, and it was really cool because we got to watch the guy like cook it right in front of us. So our group had to split up into like a couple different little restaurants, but we all got to sit and watch them make it, which was cool. And we got a little cup of ice cream for dessert. And now we are all back at the hotel. Some of my group is going on a hide and seek mission. Our tour director is hiding at a bar within walking distance of the hotel right now. And he's sending little picture hints to see if anyone can find him. And if you find him, you get a beer. A bunch of us are also staying in because it was a long day. I'm tired. I don't feel like wandering the city, but I hope they find him. It should be fun. But I'm gonna wrap this up now. Just come back next week because we'll be heading to Osaka. Hiroshima was a good experience. But I'm ready for bed. So come back next week. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next week from Osaka.